Good morning, guys. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Good morning, guys. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Yes, good morning. Good morning to all. Right. Yeah. Guys, and let's wait just 5 more minutes of time. Why? Because there's a new link again. And yesterday we shared this new link, but all members are not aware about it. So let's wait a few more minutes of time to join all the members. Okay. And Govind, it's okay, fine. Good morning. Good morning, Govind. Good morning. Good morning, Harsha. Yeah, right. Guys, and up to few days of time, then all these classes videos are going to be available in YouTube also. Just a few days of time, 2 to 3 days of time, for the sake of your backup. Then, if you want to view that, we can see that. Go to Durgasoft channel, Durgasoft channel in YouTube. There, videos, these class videos are also be available. Just 1 or 2 days of time, we are going to upload these videos in YouTube also. And before that, guys, and those who registered already for this course, have you got videos? Have you got these course videos? Everyday course videos have you got? Right, sir. Right. And yeah, Ashutosh, those who registered for this course might be already, or admin team, they are sending videos to you. Those who registered already for this course, have we got videos, guys? Then Praveen and Bhavani is a person, and she will send the videos link. They are not available with me. No, they are not downloadable. They are almost around 1 year of time. You are able to get access. Yeah, more than 1 year of time, you are able to get access. But boundary is like which one? 1 year of access. They are not downloadable. Yeah, exactly. Then those who registered for this course already, and our admin team are sending that videos to all the members. Yeah. Then meanwhile, up to next 1 or 2 days of time also. Yeah, no problem. Sagar, then it's almost on first class only. Just demo classes I completed, nothing I discussed there. And today we are going to start our syllabus, guys. Yeah, yeah, nothing has completed, Sagar. Right, guys, just 2 minutes of time. Just let's wait for new members to join. Why? Because they are not aware about this total. What I'm telling you know, the new link information. Just let's wait 2 more minutes of time, and I will start it. Yes, Sagar, thank you. How are you doing, guys? Then regarding this COVID situation, the critical situation is going on in outside. Will we get any certificate after this course? Definitely, Govind. It'll provide a course completion certificate from behalf of Durgasoft. You will get it. Definitely. All of you are going to get the course completion certificate. At the end of this course, then definitely you are able to get the course completion certificate. Soft copy we are able to get. Then we can get printout and we can use that. Definitely. Right, sir. Right, sir. Then Pavitra Sharma, ma'am. So this course duration is depending on like what I'm telling you know, packages. What are the packages here we have taken? Just it is only core Java. It's only core Java. If you are thinking about it, it will be like which one? 200 month two. 3 months of time it will take only core Java. Or if you think it is like a basic package and 4 to 4.5 months of time it will take. If it is complete Java package, 6 months of time it will take. Regarding these packages, then what we are having here, and Bhavani will send the details to you after the class. Just we can check with that. Depending on the batch what we are joining, on the basis of that the duration is available. If it is only core Java, it will be nearly 2.5 months to 3 months of time it will take. And if it is basic Java, around 4 to 4.5 months of time. And if it is like complete Java package, nearly 6 months of time it will take. Yeah. Pavitra ma'am, understood it? Right. Right. Thank you. Okay, guys, now let's start our content. And maybe people are coming still. Just okay, fine. They will come. I'll start our content. Guys, and if you have any doubts related to this course and all, and today I'll give some time for you at the end of the course by exactly 9 o'clock. I will stop the session and I will give some time. I'll give some time. There I can clarify your doubts. Then whatever the doubts you are having there at the end of the session today, I'll clarify your doubts and up to how much time you require, I will assign for that max. Okay, guys, good. That's fine. All right, guys. Now let's start our content. Then now today I want to start introduction part. Already few demo classes are completed. Nothing I discussed there. Just an overview given. Now today we want to start like which one core Java and introduction part. Now, if we observe this content of this introduction part, 5 topics are existed. What are the 5 topics now? Java history, differences between Java and others, Java features, Java naming conventions, and Java programming format. These are the 5 topics here we are going to understand. As part of this, that today just I want to talk like which one here, Java history. Java history. So just this is a background story for Java programming language, guys. Little bit interesting, and at the same time, so no interviewer is asking questions on this particular one, and it is not at all important in the point of application development. But as you are the Java developer, minimum we should know why and how Java programming language was provided. So this information here we have to understand. Just it is only knowledge purpose, just awareness point of view. I'm giving this Java history. Right. We are not going to use this content in any program. We are not going to provide in any programming part here. Just information point of view, I'm sharing this information to you. Just try to utilize this. Right, sir. Now, little bit background story I'm telling to you. Because now, observe this clearly. Observe this now. Right, sir. Now, do you have any idea on which year first version of Java was introduced? And which year the very first version of Java was introduced? Do you have any idea, guys? I'm asking to you. Just type in questions box and which year that Java was introduced there. Now tell me, can you tell me and which year it was introduced? Any idea? Right. In 1996, in 1996, January 1996, January 23rd, the very first version of Java was introduced. Right, the first version, the very first version of Java was introduced in 1996, January 23rd. First Java version. Guys, after this clearly. If it was introduced in 1996, January 23rd, in the sense, work for Java, Java programming language preparation might be started before 1996. But on which year the work for Java was started? On which year origin for Java was started? On which year that roots for Java was started? Right. If you come for this point, now just we have to understand this content, guys. Then what I'm telling to you, this would be like what I'm telling to you. At 1991, at 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement. At 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language. To prepare a new programming language in order to prepare simple electronic consumer devices. Electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, as all of you have to this clear now, like cable TV switch boxes and remote controllers. One, to prepare such type of electronic consumer devices, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare softwares. For these softwares, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. This is what exactly the requirement of Sun Microsystems at 1991. Again, once again, guys, now try to observe this clearly. What I'm telling you know, at 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare simple electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on and so on and so on. This is the requirement, like which one for Sun Microsystems at 1991. Good. To prepare this particular requirement, to provide this particular requirement, what Sun Microsystems has done, Sun Microsystems gathered nearly 30 engineers to prepare this particular project, to prepare this particular new programming language. Sun Microsystems gathered nearly 30 engineers as a team led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. As observed is clear. 30 engineers team was prepared by Sun Microsystems, and the team led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. They are the two leads for this particular 30 engineers team. Then Sun Microsystems has gathered this particular team led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. I guess. Understand it now? What I'm telling to you guys. After getting all these 30 members with the James Gosling and Patrick Nathan, then Sun Microsystems has started a project to prepare this new programming language. Name of that project is a Green Project. Sun Microsystems started a project. Name of that project is like which one? Green Project. As part of this Green Project only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. But before preparing new programming language, Sun Microsystems wants to have some idea what they want to implement in new programming language, what qualities they want to implement in the new programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to have some paper plan. As part of this paper plan, first they identified mainly three features they want to implement on their new programming language. Three features they want to implement on their new programming language. What are three features that Sun Microsystems wants to implement on their new programming language? Right, so now the first one, very first one is like which one? That programming language should be a simple programming language. That programming language should be a simple programming language. And the second one, it should be a tight coded programming language. The second one should be like which one? A tight coded programming language, guys. And the third one should be like which one? Architectural neutral programming language. These are three qualities they want to manage, they want to provide in the new programming language. Yes, all of you observe this clearly now. Just it is a paper plan, still work was not started. Just they are thinking they want to provide these three features on their new programming language. Come again, what exactly the point I said, you know, at 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare simple electronic consumer devices like cable TV, switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you now. Right, sir. Now, for this particular requirement, nearly 30 engineers are gathered. All these 30 engineers led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. Then finally they started a project to prepare this new programming language. The name of the project is Green. All right. Under this Green project, they want to prepare a new programming language, and that new programming language should have the qualities. That means qualities or maybe features what some people wants to manage on the in the new programming language. That should be like which one? A simple programming language, and it should be a tight coded programming language. And next one is like which one? Architectural neutral programming language. Right, sir. Good. So these are the like which one of three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see on their new programming language, guys. That's okay, good. Now we need to analyze each and every feature. then why they are thinking simple, why they are thinking tight coded, and why they are thinking architectural neutral. So all these points, one by one, we are going to understand it now. Right, now come for this one, first one. What about this first one? You know, simple programming language. What Sun Microsystems has given information about their simple programming language. There's one thing I'm telling to you, and Aditya and Gedam. Then why also I'm telling to you know, if you go for each and every programming language, like for example C, for example C++, for example Java, and for example Python. If you go for any programming language vendor, if you go for any programming language vendor, if you ask them, what about your programming language? Is it simple or hard? If you ask there, definitely the programming language vendor will say, my programming language is simple only. If you ask the C vendor and they are saying a C programming language is simple only. If you ask this, if you ask to the C++ vendor and they are saying C++ is very simple. If you ask to the Java vendor, they are saying Java is simple. If you ask to the Python vendor is also saying like which one? It is a simple programming language. So what is the point I'm telling there? They are having their own definitions for simple programming language. Whenever they are saying my programming language is simple, they had their own reasons. So what we have to do, we are not going to have any standardization to make a programming language or to understand or to decide a programming language is simple or not. We don't have any generalized criteria. We don't have any criteria in outside to understand a programming language is simple. But what we have to do, just we have to go to the programming language vendor. We have to understand what they are giving the reasons for making their programming language simple. Then by that only we are going to understand. We don't have any generalized criteria to decide one programming language is a simple, another programming language is a hard. We don't have any such kind of rules. But what we have to do now, then we have to go for the programming language vendor and we have to ask them, how can you say your programming language is simple? They might be given a number of reasons for it that we have to understand. So as part of that, I'm telling to you, some people wants to prepare a new programming language, then it should be simple, it should be tight coded, and it should be like which one? No, architectural neutral programming language. Then we are going to understand what exactly the meaning of like which one? Simple. Yeah, just give 1 minute of time for me. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Now let's up to this clear. But anyway, then programming language vendors are having their own reasons to say their programming language is simple, but we don't have any generalized criteria to check one programming language is simple or not. Anyway, this is a point what I'm telling you. But anyway, then what Sun Microsystems view about their simple programming language? What Sun Microsystems has given reasons to say their programming language is simple. So what they want to implement on their new programming language regarding is simple. So this programming language has to take less execution time. This programming language should take less execution time. This programming language will take less memory consumption, less memory. And at the same time, even this also be a twister. This is a twister. Here myself also I did not believe it initially, but some microsystems has given this reason also be less power consumption. Less power consumption. Understand guys what I'm telling you now. So first one is like which one? Less execution time, less memory, and less power consumption. And one more thing I'm telling there, all of you up to this guys. This is only their plan. Then still it is not implemented. At 1991, they are thinking about to provide these things on their new programming language. So they thought to say simple programming language is that programming language should take less time, less execution time. That programming language should take less memory. The programming language should take like which one? Less power consumption. Right. So now just we are going to understand what is the effect of this less execution time, what is the effect of less memory, and what is the effect of less power consumption. Just I'll take some examples, guys. Guys, all of you observe this clearly. Less execution time. Simple example. Simple example I'm telling to you guys. All of you listen carefully. For example, I'm watching a football match in a ESPN channel. Understand, guys? Simple example. I'm watching a football match in a ESPN channel. That match is going on in between Argentina and Brazil. Both the teams are very good, and both the teams are playing very well. And the last 5 minutes of time is remaining, and where last goal they required winning goal. The scores are level 2-2, and winning goal is required. Both the teams are fighting each other. So it's going on. Just I'm watching that football match. Right. I got a call from my friend all of a sudden. Then in a normal conversation, he asked to me, then what you are doing now? As I said to him, just I'm watching one football match now. Then immediately said to me, are a fool, why you are watching that football match? No. In a Star Sports 1 channel, there is a cricket match between India and Pakistan. It's going on. So the status of this match is already Pakistan were batted. They had nearly 321 runs out of 50 overs. Then India were started already batting. Almost are coming to the last over. In the last over, the status is 9 wickets down already. At one side, crease Dhoni. At other side, Ishant Sharma. And the total runs are 300 runs are already completed. Last over, 21 runs were required. This is the status now. This is the status of this match. So entire world is watching this cricket match, but you are only the fool. You are watching the football match. He said to me like this information. As per his words, I got somewhat little bit interest on this cricket match. Immediately, I decided I want to change my channel from ESPN to Star Sports 1. Then what happened? I've taken the remote controller. Then in that remote controller, just I type the channel number for Star Sports 1. I know it would be like 71, for example. My ESPN channel is available at a 35 channel number. And I want to change to that 71 channel, that is Star Sports 1. Then I clicked on 7-1 on my remote controller. On my remote controller, just I clicked on 7 and 1. Then what happened there? When I click on this 7 and 1, when I click on 71 on my remote controller, just what happened the moment when I clicked on it, immediately one circle is rotating on my TV. Rotating. One circle is rotating on my TV. After some time, the channel was changed. After a few minutes of time, the channel was changed. Right. When channel was changed, just I observed in Star Sports 1, then what is the status of the cricket match? Just I observed there what happened, where man of the match presentation is going on, and Dhoni is taking man of the match. Guys, understand it clearly. So where is the problem now? Tell me. Where is the problem? Watching football match initially is a problem with me. Watching football match is a problem with me. Or giving intimation, getting information from my friend lately is a problem. Getting information lately is a problem. Or where is the problem? Just we have to understand it. Where is the problem here actually? Right? Where is the problem now? 1 minute, guys. Right, sir. Guys, now observe this clearly. Then thank you, guys. It's okay, fine. So there is a problem actually. The problem is with me as I'm watching this football match. Or is the problem with like where is the problem now? Right. So the problem with the remote controller. Why the problem with remote controller? When I type up, when I type 7 and 1 or maybe 7 and 2 on my remote controller, immediately it is not changed. It has taken some time. Then what happened, guys? What happened internally? When I type some number on my remote controller, then what happened there? Internally, software will be executed inside this remote controller. The software execution time is more. That software is not executed immediately. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to execute that software. So it takes a lot of time to change the channel. So finally, what happened there? Whenever the software internally is taking a lot of time, automatically performance of the remote controller is reduced or not. When the internal software takes a lot of execution time, more execution time, automatically performance of the end product is reduced or not. So because of that reason, what I'm telling you, if execution time is more, automatically performance of the application will be less. If execution time is very less, then performance of the application will be more. If execution time is less, more performance. If execution time is more, less performance. That's the point, guys. Then what I'm telling you, right? Understand it clearly. So finally, here, what is the point I'm telling to you? Less execution time yields. Less execution time is providing more performance. Less execution time is providing like which one? More performance. This is what exactly the meaning of like which one? Less execution time. By thinking all these points, some people wants to make their programming language, it has to provide less execution time for the applications. This is a point, guys. Then what exactly the point I'm telling you now? So Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It should be simple. As part of this simple programming language, they want to specify lesser execution time is a criteria they want to follow. So that less execution time is giving advantages like which one? More performance. If that execution time is less, more performance here we are able to get. That's okay, guys. This is one of the points here we have to understand, guys. Now, all of you understand, guys. Then one more problem here I'm telling to you. One more point. Less memory. Good. Now listen carefully. One more example I'm telling to you, guys. All of you observe carefully. Less memory. Listen carefully. Say for example, I want to take a computer, guys. For the sake of this Java training, I want to take some computer, new computer I require. My old computer is already corrupted. I want to take a new computer. So I went to do some computer shop, then where computer shop representative is there. Just I asked to him for the sake of my Java training, I require some computer. Now can you please give quotation for this computer? Can you please give quotation for this computer? I want to check it. Then what happened there? No, just he has given some quotation. He has given some quotation where I identified it. What he has given quotation? No, all components are okay, good. I understood it. But mainly I'm thinking about like which one? RAM I required. How much RAM he specified? No, he specified 4 GB RAM he specified in his quotation. 4 GB RAM and cost of the computer is nearly 15,000. 4 GB RAM he specified and cost of the computer is 15,000. Okay, good. But what I asked to respect to person that 4 GB RAM is not sufficient for my Java applications. I required minimum 8 GB RAM. I required minimum 8 GB RAM. Can you please increase the RAM size? 4 GB RAM to 8 GB RAM I required. Can you please increase the RAM size? Okay, fine. Then immediately he said to me, yes, sir, no problem. Then we are going to increase that RAM size, no problem. But the cost of the computer would be 20,000. The RAM size is like which one? 8 GB RAM. RAM size is 8 GB RAM, but the cost of the computer is like 20,000. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you? So here, when memory is increased, automatically cost of the end product is increased. It means that what is the point I'm telling there? When memory components are increased, automatically cost of the end product will be increased. Why? Because memory components are costable. Memory components are costable. When the cost will be increased, when a memory components are increased, automatically cost of the end product will be increased. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you? So by thinking all these points, what Sun Microsystems has done, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. That new programming language should be simple. As part of this simple feature, they included lesser memory consumption. The programming language has to take less memory consumption. If it is less memory, automatically lesser cost for end product. Lesser cost for end product. If it is not less memory, if it is more memory, more cost for end product. So that is the reason why Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It has to take less memory components. Less memory it has to take to execute its functionalities. That's why because of that reason only Sun Microsystems has specified a simple programming language they want to prepare. This is one point, guys. Good. Next one, guys. Now up to this clearly all of you know. What about this next one? Less power consumption. This is another one. Then what is the relation between power consumption and programming language? then it seems it's somewhat different to here even. But this is a reason what Sun Microsystems are given. Sun Microsystems has given some reason for it. I'm going to talk about it. Guys, now all of you observe this clearly. All of you now tell me. I'm asking one question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. Guys, for example, if I take remote controller or something else, whatever maybe some electronic device I have taken. Device I have taken, guys. All of you observe carefully. Some electronic device. Say for example, remote controller I have taken. Alright, so now tell me, all of you know, inside this remote controller, definitely we need two parts. What are the two parts here we are having there now? First one is software part is exist or not. And the second one is like which one now? Hardware part. Software and hardware. Am I right or not? Yes, please confirm to me, all of you know. In every electronic device, two parts are existed. One is a software, another one is like which one? Hardware. Both the parts are exist or not? Please guys, confirm to me now. Right. Be active. Now try to give answers for me time to time. So two parts are existed, software and as well as like which one? Hardware. Two parts are existed. Good. Now understand it. What it is going on when I do some action, software will listen that action and software will give some instructions to the hardware. Then hardware will do some physical action. Right or not? For example, remote controller I have taken. When I type 702, some number on the keypad, then software will listen that action. Software will listen that activity what user has done. Then software will give some instructions to the hardware. Then we have to do this particular work. We have to do this particular work like this. Software has to do some instructions to the hardware system. Then hardware system will perform that physical action. So for example, I want to switch off my TV. Already which is running, I want to switch off my TV. Just a red color button I will click in my remote controller. When I click on the red color button, internally software will be executed. That software will give an information to the hardware. Now we have to switch off the TV like this now. Then immediately it will switch off the TV. So this type of work is going on, guys. All of you observe this clearly now. Good. Then what is that another point I'm telling to you? In our end product, in the end product, if a software, if the software program, if the application, software application needs more hardware interaction, if software application needs more hardware interaction, automatically energy consumption will be more. When a software interaction is more with the hardware components, when a software is interacting with the hardware components more, where energy consumption will be more. Am I right or not? Guys, all of you respond for me. Am I right or not? When a software program is having more hardware interaction, then definitely where energy consumption is more or not. Come on, guys, all of you understand this clearly. So when energy consumption is more, automatically, that the energy components lifetime will be reduced or not. Energy components like batteries, for example. In the case of this remote controller, energy components are like which one? Batteries. The batteries lifetime will be reduced or not. But previously, the batteries are coming up to 6 months of time. If I put a new battery, it will be available up to 6 months of time. But because of this more energy consumption, then for every 3 months of time, we have to change the battery. It means that lifetime of the battery is changed or not. The battery lifetime is nothing but like which one? Power consumption here in this particular scenario. So this less power consumption is giving more clarity for us. That's like which one here? Lesser maintenance cost. Lesser maintenance cost. Why? Because previously for every 6 months of time I used to change the battery, but because of this more energy consumption, then for every 3 months of time we have to change the battery. Then automatically maintenance cost will be increased or not. Maintenance cost will be increased or not if we go for like more hardware interaction. That's why if less power consumption in the sense like which one? Lesser maintenance cost. So because of this reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. That new programming language should be simple. As part of this simple, the programming language has to put lesser hardware interaction. When it is in lesser hardware interaction and a lesser energy consumption is going on, whenever it is in less energy consumption, automatically lesser maintenance cost will come. So because of these reasons only, Sun Microsystems has given the reasons for like which one? Simple programming language like lesser execution time, less memory, and less power consumption. So these are the simple points here we have to understand under this particular simple programming language. Guys, all of you understood these points? Please confirm to me, guys. All of you are getting clarity on these points? No response. Right, sir. Then time to time, we have to act, you guys. Right, sir. Right. Good. Now, up to this clearly, this is the meaning of like which one simple. Guys, I'm asking to you all of you know, try to respond for me. What exactly the factors Sun Microsystems has included in a simple programming language? Now tell me, under simple programming language, what exactly the factors are included? What exactly the factors are included under simple programming language, guys? Now tell me, all of you know. Tell me, fast, you have to respond fastly. Under simple programming language, what exactly the factors that Sun Microsystems has included? So less execution time, less memory, and less power consumption. That's very good. Clear, guys. Now leave this one. Next one is that second feature is like which one? Tight coded programming language. The second one would be like which one? Tight coded programming language. Now, right. What is the meaning of this tight coded? Guys, and put more concentration. One more important point I'm telling to you. Now try to understand it now. Guys, do you have any awareness on data structures? The simple question I'm asking to you guys. Data structures. Do you know anything about data structures? Data structures. It's mixed response we are getting. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Good, great, no problem. Right, sir. Anyway, it's not mandatory for Java programming language also. Just I'm asking it. All right. Anyway, no problem now. Can you tell me, guys, any of you are aware about this stack? Stack. Just I'm asking to stack. In general, we regularly use this word stacking or stack or something else. Like, right, no problem, sir. Stack is a data structure. Stack is a data structure. It able to manage data in a particular format. Exactly. Right, sir. LIFO, sir. Not it is in FIFO. It's not in FIFO. It will be in LIFO. Last in, first out. Not in the first in, first out. Last in, first out. Right, sir. Yeah, exactly. Last in, first out manner, it able to do that. That's okay. Good. So stack is one of the data structure. It able to manage the data. It follows LIFO, last in, first out manner. Can you tell me what are the various operations of the stack? No. Can you tell me what are the various operations of the stack? Guys, now tell me no. What is this first one? Can you tell me any idea? Right, sir. Then first operation would be like which one? Push. Right, sir. First operation would be like which one? Push. Second one would be like which one? Pop. Second one would be like which one? Pop. Right, sir. Next one is third one is also available like which one can peak. Third one is also existed like which one? Peak. Right, sir. Overall, right, sir. Now observe this clearly. Overall, three operations are existed here. What are the three operations which are existed here? First one is like which one? Push. What is the meaning of push operation, guys? Now tell me no. What is the meaning of push operation? Just inserting element. Push operation is nothing but like which one? Inserting element. Inserting element. And next one is what about this pop operation? Actually, just remove and return top of the element. Remove and return top of the element. But what is this peak operation? Just to only return top of the element. As up to this operation is clear. So overall, three operations are available under this stack. First one is a push, inserting an element. Pop, remove and return top of the element. And peak is just to know what is top of the element. Just to know what is top of the element. That's it. Latest element. Top of the element in the sense like which one? Latest element. What is the latest element? Just I want to know. That's the point what I'm telling to you guys now regarding this stack. They are the operations care what we understood. Good. Now I'm asking to you clearly, listen carefully. In a C programming language, if you want to implement all the stack operations for push operation, how many lines of code we are going to consume? 20 lines of code here we are going to consume. In the case of this pop operation, in a stack pop operation, how many lines of code here we are consuming here? 20 lines of code here we consume. And moreover, in the case of this peak operation, again here 20 lines of code minimum we are going to consume. In the case of C programming language, if you want to implement all these operations, for push 20 lines of code, for pop 20 lines of code, for peak 20 lines of code, here we are able to consume. That's okay, guys. Now tell me overall how much code we are going to utilize to perform this total stack operations. No, total how many lines of code here we required? How many lines of code is required to perform the stack operations now? Overall, to implement all the stack operations, overall, on average, how many lines of code is required, guys? Now, 60 lines of code is required. Overall, 20, 20, 20. To complete all these total operations, no, on average, 60 lines of code is required. 30 lines of code, then 20 plus 20 plus 27. On an average, 60 lines of code is required. That's okay, coach. Right, sir. Now, in the comparison, I want to go for Java, for example. Understand it, Java is available, for example, right. In the Java, inside the Java, I want to implement the same stack operations. Now try to understand it now. How I'm going to provide the stack operations in Java. Stack is a predefined class in Java, guys. Up to this clearly. Stack S is equal to new stack. Stack is a predefined class in Java. Now stack S is equal to new stack. Up to guys. Then here, what is the point I'm telling you? Know S dot push. S dot push. Say for example, yeah. Finished. My push operation is completed. S dot push. Yeah. My push operation is completed. S dot pop. Finish. My pop operation is completed. S dot peak. Finish. My peak operation is completed. In the case of Java, guys, now tell me how many lines of code here we have to take to complete this stack operations now. Total, how many lines of code here we have taken, guys? Now tell me, just as a matter of 4 lines of code or not? Just as a matter of 4 lines of code. Yes, understand it clearly now. Now tell me exactly in which programming language to implement stack more lines of code we have written. Come on, guys. In which programming language we require more lines of code? Right, sir. In which programming language more lines of code can we consume it here? In C programming language. In which programming language less instructions are available? In which programming language less lines of code here we have written? Right? Exactly. In Java. Then why are you talking about Python now? Just I'm comparing clearly C and Java, just we can understand it clearly. In between these two, I'm comparing it, and people are trying to put Python, another programming language also, no? Right? Not required. Just then where to compare this in this particular context, I'm telling you now. Right, no problem. Then I had a very good awareness on Python also. Then I can give some conclusions also on this Python, but not it's not relevant now. We are talking about this Python here as part of this. Definitely. Then in the future, whenever we are having comparison, definitely I will compare Java with Python. And then I will take separate session for it. Right. Now, just we have to understand that C programming language and Java. Just in between these two, I'm telling you, I want to give some conclusion. As all of you observe this clearly, what I'm telling you. So now the point is like which one? If any programming language, if any programming language takes less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement. If any programming language takes less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement, then that programming language is called as tight-coded programming language. If any programming language takes less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement, so less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement. Less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement, then that programming language is called as tight-coded programming language. All of you guys understand my point here. Less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement is called as tight-coded programming language. That's the point, guys. And what I'm telling you. Similarly, if any programming language takes more number of sections, if any programming language takes more number of sections, if any programming language takes more number of sections to implement the same requirement, then that programming language is called as like which one? Loose coded programming language. If any programming language takes more number of instructions, that is called as loose coded programming language. If any programming language takes less number of instructions to achieve the same requirement, then it is called as like which one? Tight coded programming language. Guys, now tell me, in between C and Java, in this comparison, which programming language is a loose coded programming language? Come on, guys, now tell me, no. Which programming language is a loose coded programming language? Which programming language is loose coded programming language? C programming language is like which one? Loose coded programming language. Which programming language is a tight coded programming language, guys? Which programming language is tight coded programming language? Tell me, no. Right, Java is like which one? Tight coded programming language. Java is like which one? Tight coded programming language. Good. Then now tell me, you only tell me which programming language is a suggestible for us? Which programming language is suggestible for us in this particular context? Which programming language is suggestible for us in this particular context? Definitely, right. Java programming language is suggestible. Java programming language is suggestible. Java programming language is suggestible for us. Java programming language is suggestible for us. So you can observe this clearly. That's the point, guys. What I'm telling you now. So good. Now this is like which one can know? A tight coded programming language and simple programming language. They are the two reasons here we understood clearly. Then after that, after completion of this, another point is like which one? Architectural neutral, guys. The third one is like which one? Architectural neutral. Architectural neutral. All of you have to this clearly. What I'm telling you now. Guys, one simple question to all of you know. All of you recognize clearly. One simple question I'm asking to you. One simple question I'm asking to you. Now try to answer for it. For example, guys, I'm taking these Java classes. I'm taking the Java classes, for example. Java class I'm taking now. Good. For example, if I put a condition, only BTech computer science students and they're having their score more than 70%. Only computer science, BTech computer science students and there only be distinction students. Like they had score, they must have score above 70%. They are only be eligible to attend my class. If I put this condition, now tell me guys, how many members will attend my class now? More members or less members? Please confirm to me now. Less members or more members, guys? Just what I'm telling to you, only BTech computer science, only distinction students has to attend my class. Only these are eligible to attend my class now. Less members or more members? Now tell me now. Few members or more members? Definitely very few members. Maybe it's a matter of single digit max. The single digit only people are going to attend my classes now. Am I right or not? But if I put the if I give another statement, the case number 2. What is it? Case number 2. Any student can attend my class. Any graduate can attend my class. Any graduate can attend my class. If I give this type of statement there, now tell me how many members will attend my class now? How many members will attend my class now? Definitely more people will attend my class. Am I right or not? More and more number of people will attend my class here. Understand point? What I'm telling you guys. So finally here, what is the point I'm telling to you? Right now, tell me in which case my demand will be increased. Now tell me guys, in a less members or more members case now. In which case my demand will be increased, guys? Now tell me no. In which case my demand will be increased, no? Definitely in the second case my demand will be increased. Understand my point? What I'm telling you now. So what is the meaning of it now? If my services are available to more members, if my services are available to more members, if my services are available to more members, then automatically demand will be increased for my classes. If my services are available to less members, demand is not available for it now. So similarly, what is the point I'm telling you? Because of this reason, what Sun Microsystems has done, they want to prepare a new programming language. It must be available to. It must be available to every hardware system. It must be available to every hardware system. Instead of saying available, it must be compatible with. It must be compatible to every hardware system. It should not be specific to a particular hardware system. It must not be specific to a particular hardware system. It must be compatible with every hardware system. Then because of that reason, we can conclude That programming language is like which one? Architectural neutral programming language. Right, sir. It is not exactly platform independent. Platform independent is an operating system specification. But now I'm talking about like which one? Hardware. Every hardware system might be processors are available. Number of might be processors are available. Like a 16-bit processor or 32-bit processor or 64-bit processor or Intel processor or maybe Pentium processor like this. Number of things are available. For every operating system, sorry, for every hardware system, our programming language must be suitable. Our programming language must be compatible with every hardware system. So then only the programming language should be like which one? Architectural. Understand guys what I'm telling you now. For example, if the programming language is an architectural neutral, if the programming language is an architectural neutral, now tell me the programming language is compatible with more hardware systems or not? Come on guys, we have to give answer for my question now. If the programming language is an architectural neutral, it will be available to the more hardware systems or not? When it is available to the more hardware systems now, automatically demand for this programming language will be increased or not? Demand for this programming language will be increased or not? Understand guys what I'm telling you now. So because of that reason only, Sun Microsystems has included the third feature as part of this new programming language, that is exactly like which one? Architectural neutral programming language. The Sun Microsystems has thought of it. They want to include that architectural neutral as part of their new programming language. Guys, now I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Now try to answer for it now. Tell me guys, what exactly the features they want to say on their new programming language? Now tell me, which features Sun Microsystems wants to see which features that Sun Microsystems wants to provide on their new programming language? Tell me guys. Tell me which features that Sun Microsystems wants to see on their new programming language. Can you tell me what are the various features they want to see now? Simple, tight coded, and architectural neutral. Simple, tight coded, and architectural neutral. Can you tell me why it is simple? What is the meaning of simple, guys? Now tell me. Can you tell me what is the meaning of simple? Can you tell me what is the meaning of simple? Can you tell me, guys, what is the meaning of simple? Come on. Less execution time. That's perfect. Aditya. Less execution time and less memory, and less power consumption. That's fine. Less execution time, less memory, and less power consumption. That's perfect. Then, what is the meaning of this tight coded, guys? Now tell me, no. What is the meaning of tight coded? What's the meaning of tight coded? What's the meaning of tight coded, guys? Right, sir. Less number of intersections and more functionality. Perfect. Less number of intersections and more functionalities. Less lines and more implementation. Right, perfect. That's the meaning of like which one? Tight coded. Then, what's the meaning of this architectural neutral? What's the meaning of architectural neutral? What exactly the meaning of architectural neutral? Come on, guys. What's the meaning of this architectural neutral? Compatible to every hardware system. Compatible to every hardware system. Can support max hardware systems. Yes, exactly. All of you are giving right answers now. Right, sir. No, it's not a fixed with. It's not bounded with a particular hardware system. It must be available to every hardware system. Yes, exactly. So that's why then only it's having very good demand. So these are the three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see. Still, it is not completed. Still, this implementation is not provided. Just they thought these features they want to implement on their new programming language. Right, yes, now. But still, this total process is not completed, even not started. Just they thought they want to implement these features on their new programming language. Right. Guys, anyway, then the time is almost all 9:05. 9:05. The time is 9:05, and this topic is not completed. That means the Java history part is not completed. Just features only. What features they want to see only up to that I completed. So remaining part I will discuss with you tomorrow, guys. The remaining part I will discuss with you tomorrow. And still Java history is not completed, and tomorrow we are going to see the remaining part of the Java history. Okay, guys, just last 5 minutes of time. If you have any queries, just we can raise. Then I will clarify your doubts. If you are having any doubts, I can clarify. Just 5 minutes of time. Just we can raise out. Right, yes. That's just we can raise out it. Right, sir. Now 7 to 8 is not empty slot now. No issues. Just we will provide this. maybe after a few days of time, maybe within 3 to 4 days of time, I will take your sessions at 7 o'clock, guys. Then, as I said to you, right from demo class onwards, this class is only fundamental classes, and I will start 7 to 8 o'clock class very soon. Within 3 to 4 days of time, I will provide this. Right, sir? Then, if we take 90 sessions to complete this course for Java, then how will you cover in 3 months? I'm not getting this one. 90 sessions are equal to 3 months of time, right? Let's go in. Yeah. The Sunday is off maximum. Yeah. Then at present, Sunday is off. In the future, if time is not sufficient, if our syllabus is not in right track, then definitely we plan to take class on Sundays also. Right, sir. Definitely, guys. Then I will share this text document to all of you guys. I think so. Already one Google Classroom we created, channel we created. I think so. The last class project. I will take this project classes at the end. At the end, depending on our topic, then at the end I will take this one. Right, guys. Now let me share this one first. Right, and 1 minute, guys. Let me share this one. Not 7 a.m. and Java. Right, sir. Then at the end of the course, I will take project, guys. Maybe it may take nearly 4 days or 5 days or maybe 1 week after. Depends on our implementation part. Depending on your caliber, then we are going to take that. Yeah. Yes. The Sundays of maximum in 7 to 8 session very soon. Within 3 to 4 days of time, I will take your sessions from 7 to 8. Yeah, definitely. 7 to 8, I will start. Right. Yes, guys. Anything else? Aditya, then I think you got clarity. What I said, that's fine. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Now, if you have any queries, just we can rise out. We can rise, then I can give clarity on it regarding these courses and everything. Then 5 minutes of time, just I can clarify. Yeah, Ashutosh, no problem. Then we will do that. Yeah, no issues there. Then, as you are requesting now, yes, we can do that. And this one time talk with Bhavani, and she will remember it, and that means she will note it, and she will give that opportunity for you. Internally, it's not available, but it's not at all issue. Then you will get that opportunity. Yeah, definitely, sure. But one time, just talk with Bhavani, then try to request her, then try to remember this kind of view. Actually, it is not available, but anyway, then for you will provide. It may not be the problem. Then, or else, myself, I will talk with Bhavani. No problem. Guys, then for all of you, then one of our admin person is assigned for your course. Then she's Bhavani, and Bhavani is available with you. Right, mobile numbers I will provide to you, and she'll be available with you. All right, sir. Then 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Yeah. So then you can reach to this number, maybe 252627. This is the number, or else she will be available in another number also. Guys, now better to use this number. Always she will be available in this number. If you have any problems or if you have any might be doubts or if you have anything else regarding this courses, no, she will clarify. Her name is Bhavani, and better to use this mobile number. Better to use this mobile number and this number, and our admin person might be Bhavani is assigned for the sake of your courses, or else maybe if you have any further content, if you want to request through mail, then we can use like this Durgasoft online training@gmail.com. Right, guys. Now this we can send mail to this one, then immediately Bhavani will respond for it. Max. Thank you, Ashutosh. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Pavitra Sharma, I'm not getting it. What you're asking, Right. Anyway, then, and do one thing, and acha, fine, good. And these details I want to share with you. Yeah. 1 minute, guys. So in the chat box, just I'm sharing the details to you. Guys, all of you know, try to take this. Just I shared these details to you. Yes, Pavitra Sharma. Ma'am, have you got it? Thank you. Albert sir, then regarding what email? Yeah, thank you, Pavitra ma'am. Thank you. Albert. Acha, regarding EMI. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Then we'll finalize that. Then this anyway. Then Bhavani will talk with you regarding that today. Yeah, today Bhavani will talk with you regarding that. Fine. Right, yes. Anything else, guys? Just you can rise out now. Then I'll wait a few minutes of time, or else maybe we'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow we can use the same link, guys. Whatever the link you are using, no, the same link we have to use on tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, and people are not giving any questions, no. Then shall we meet on tomorrow? Right. Thank you, Pavitra ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, guys, that's fine for today. Then I'll meet on tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow we'll continue the remaining part of the Java history. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow.